Good evening and good night, metal fans. It's a terrific, monumental, fantastic day for metal today. And this is a day that's only about 4 hours old, at least on my corner of the globe. This is a day where I and many of you have first heard and first seen the fruits of the labor of Mikael from Opeth and Steven Wilson from Porcupine Tree and their collaborative project Storm Corrosion, with the song Drag Ropes that also came with the accompanying music video that was released about 24 hours ago. And it's time, and it's only fitting considering I saw these guys, Opeth that is, not Storm Corrosion or Porcupine Tree. I saw these guys about a week and a half ago, so it's only fitting that I not only have reviewed the show just a week and a half ago, so Opeth is still somewhat fresh in the minds of you guys, the nation, but also for myself, because this is a project that I've been looking forward to now for about a year and a half, and it's been a long time coming, ever since the initial seeds and saplings were kind of dropped into the earth, that this has finally grown, matured, and photosynthesized itself into a full-budded animal, or should I say full-budded plant, of a record that is about to bear us fruit on the 8th of May of this very year, so just a couple short weeks away. Now the song itself, this is what I'm going to say to you guys as pretext. If you're expecting a combination and amalgamation of what either of these two men have done in their previous projects, think again, but don't think too hard. Now I'm going to explain that because it's a fitting metaphor for the song. If you're expecting to hear the littoral growls of Mikael from his old school Opeth days, if you're expecting to hear the crashing guitars and the dueling harmonies of Steven Wilson from the latter age of Porcupine Tree, then think again. This is actually more in tune to some of the things that Steven Wilson has done with his solo work and with also his work with some other projects such as Blackfield and the like. However, this is more geared towards what he's done with his solo work, especially with his last album, Grace for Drowning. As for Opeth and Mikael, this is more geared toward what he's done on albums such as Damnation and what we have, of course, witnessed once again with the past album, Heritage. It's a combination, collaborative effort that really takes prog rock to new spacey aural heights that perhaps we haven't seen in quite some time. This is a very low-key track. It's not something that's going to take the decibel level and crank it through the ceiling, even with it being cleanly sung. This is something that does not need to be. This is instead something that focuses on the harmony between both men. This is something that really is gestured more toward the low-key, the atmosphere, the aural scene that is painted behind you. And that's something that this is able to paint very well all throughout its 9 minutes, and it's something that tells a story that is very heartbreaking in nature, and the video actually encapsulates this quite nicely, and the video will be available for you to watch down in the description box, so definitely check that out if you have not already. Most of you probably already have, because you have recommended that I check this out. However, overall, this is a sound and an atmosphere that I kind of expected from these guys. It's what I expected Storm Corrosion to really be. I expected it to have facets from both of their solo works, but also I expected these two gentlemen to carve their own niche, to carve their own a unique voice onto this project, to make something that is just like any other project that Steven Wilson has kind of put his stamp on, and just like anything that Mikael has lent his voice to. It's something that's going to be distinct. It's something that's going to be, while distinct, also unique. And so this project I'm going to consider to be, for at least Steven, kind of an extension arm toward his solo work, only with the collaborative help of a self-proclaimed musical genius, a man who is responsible for the work of my favorite act of all time. In fact, this is like a dream come true for me, because both Porcupine Tree and Opeth are two of my favorite bands of all time, and now their frontmen are coming together to create this blissful atmosphere. And it's really just kind of fitting. It's kind of fitting to see these guys really embrace two things. Firstly, the beauty of the metal genre, but secondly also the prog rock that they both absolutely love, to the point where there was a video out there on YouTube of them having a competition of who could out-nerd the other in prog rock, in which Steven won by a landslide. This is what you would expect. If you didn't expect this, then your prefabrications and your precompositions about what you should expect were unfortunately wrong. This is a band that is a ton of potential, and this is an album that, whenever it's dropped on the 8th of May, has the potential to be slightly misunderstood, I have a feeling, though the other material is going to really predicate that. However, I think this has all of the potential to continue a trend that's happening here in 2012, and that's of having very spacey, very aural atmospheres. Things that focus more on building a mood and captivating a listener, intoxicating a listener, surrounding them inside of it, as opposed to merely trying to blow their eardrums out. And that's a side of metal, a beautiful side, that many people fail to explore because they don't think it's heavy enough. I give this track a resounding 8.5 out of 10. I think that there are some things that it could have done a little bit more of. It does sometimes feel like it drags on. But that said, it's still a fantastic track, full of a lot of atmosphere, a very, very potent mood, and also one that speaks quite a clear message. I am very, very excited for this album. This does not disappoint me whatsoever. This does not make me feel a little bit worried about this record whatsoever. In fact, if anything, it makes me wish that May the 8th would come all the sooner. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next time. I might be talking about another track. You never know.